Hey, welcome to Planet Hex Review Time. I'm Andrew Horn. These are the short episodes I put out during the week where I review something that I've discovered for the first time or rediscovered and revisited. Tonight I'm going to talk about Rye Lane. I wanted to see this for a while. I've seen the trailer on YouTube and absolutely falling in love with the trailer straight away. And it came onto Disney Plus. I didn't get a chance to see it at the cinema for various reasons. Family, health, work, and so on. So I did regret not seeing it at the cinema, but I've seen it on Disney Plus now, watched it with my wife, and absolutely loved this film. Loved everything about this film. And it's a romantic comedy, but it's not like a lot of romantic comedies that you may have seen in recent years. It's a lot fresher, it's a lot more exciting, it's funny, it's heartfelt, and it has a unique visual style as well. It's not just a straightforward, regularly shot rom-com. There's a lot of very interesting camera work and a lot of very interesting cinematography and direction in this. But the main thing about this movie that really hooked me is the main cast. So David Johnson and Vivian Oparah playing Dom and Yaz in this movie, and immediately, as soon as these two characters come together and hang out over what appears to be like a day or so, most of the movie takes place over 24 hours, as soon as they start interacting, you want to hang out with them. And that for me is the main hook of this movie, is these two people, Dom and Yaz, are so cool together. They are so fun, and I would instantly want to be friends with them. And they really carry it brilliantly. It's a pretty straightforward story if you think about it. Two strangers meet and then basically put the world to rights and all their problems to rights over a period of roughly 24 hours for most of the movie. And it brings up a lot of things that, like, one example that came up for me and my wife was Spaced. So the Tim Bisley and Daisy Steiner dynamic in Spaced, the way that these two characters interact, it has that bit of Simon Pegg and I've forgotten the name, Jessica's surname. It has a bit of that dynamic of Tim and Daisy. But it's not like riffing on Spaced or anything like that. The other thing that visually, there are some little nods to like Edgar Wright's style and things like that, but that's just mainly because I think that's my frame of reference. This is a really enjoyable film. It's not too long. I have a thing about overtly long films. It gets in there and it has a story to tell, and it tells that story without wasting anyone's time. Not the audience, not the cast or anything. There isn't a wasted moment in this movie. There's a lot of very entertaining characters, as well as Dom and Yaz, that fill their life, and the comedy isn't forced. It's very natural comedy. There's some awkward moments, some little bits of cringe humor, but for the most part it is just genuinely funny. I don't want to say banter, because that kind of makes light of it, but this is a really funny movie. It's really well made. This is a really quality film. The cast is excellent. There's a very surprising cameo in there that really adds a bit of surprise. Honestly, when you see the cameo, it's like, is that? And then you'll be looking on IMDb like I did, and like, oh, it is. It really is. But these two leads, David Johnson and Vivian Oparah, are brilliantly cast here. They are note perfect as these characters. They inhabit these characters, and that's something I don't often get with rom-coms. I don't even really want to call this a rom-com, because it's a romantic comedy, but tarnishing it with the term rom-com kind of lessens it, I feel. I think this is a really good movie, and it's absolutely worth your time, and I guarantee you will want to hang out with Dom and Yaz. You would want them as friends in your life straight away. They're really cool. So that's what I would think. That's what I say about Rye Lane. Absolutely watch it. Take the time. It's on Disney Plus. Go and stream it tonight. It's perfect. I really enjoyed this. There's the visual flair. The visual flair is great. It's very different. As well as the Edgar Wright influence, I would say there's a little bit of a music video sort of influence in there. There's a very creative use of locations and colour, and like the shops around in and around Rye Lane and the marketplaces there. There's a great visual flair to it. So it's enjoyable for the eyes, as well as the heart and the mind. So do watch Rye Lane. Absolutely, hugely recommended. That's my little review of Rye Lane. If you like this sort of thing, please do like and subscribe. I put a full-length Planet Hex out at the weekend where I talk about pop culture stuff, or VHS, or horror movies, that sort of thing. And in the week, I do these little reviews. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Planet Hex Review Time.